Action.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Exhaust Note. You all know me. I'm Wile E. Coyote, and this is a 1988 Correct Craft Ski Nautique. It's technically a 2001 in terms of the boat model, but a lot of people will call it a ski nautique. A lot of people will call it a barefoot nautique. This particular boat has been in my family since the late 90s, early 2000s. And unfortunately, this year, there isn't a whole lot to look at. That's because it's officially winterized and it's going away for a long winter's nap. I never got a chance to get it out this year with the birth of my son and the pandemic. We just never really got a chance to get it out in the water. This will actually be its first year spending the winter outside. Had a great wrap job done by Queensland's Landing Marine Service. I thought I would just do a little video about it as we put it away for the winter, do a little review. I grew up in this boat, grew up water skiing, really enjoyed trying to learn. Not nearly as great now as I used to be. In fact, I was never really that great, but I'm at least not as good now as I used to be. But this boat, white hull, purple stripe around the middle, teak deck on the outside, on the back's teak ski platform. It's got about 400 horses, seats about 5 people, with a captain's chair and then a spotter's chair on the port side. Not a bow rider. This particular model is not a bow rider. And so there are a lot of things I like about the boat, and there's a couple things that I don't. I admit I do really enjoy the look and I enjoy the sound. The V8 sounds fantastic when you get it started up, get it into the water. It's got that low rumble. Really sounds fantastic. Also, I love the way it looks. I think it's a classic boat look. My hope next summer is that I'll get it out. I'll do a couple more videos on it when I have it out on the water. But to me, I think it really has that classic ski boat look. These ski nautiques at least did, and I think still do, rule the water ski competitions. They are world-class water ski boats. So this one is really fantastic for water skiing. I learned on it. Other members of my family learned on it. We've done some wakeboarding, we've done some tubing, so it's really great for all that kind of stuff. It seats a good number of people. 5 is a decent amount. I think the official rated capacity is 6, but there's really only 5 seats. At least 5 comfortably, so I probably really wouldn't put 6 on it unless I really had to. But I do really like the way it looks, and as I said, I do like the way it sounds. I do wish it was a bow rider. I really love being able to have those extra seats up front when you're anchored somewhere. The chance to kind of just hang out and relax kind of in the sun is really nice. Also, admittedly, one of the things that makes it great is also one of the things that I kind of wish was a little bit different is the full inboard transmission. And so when you go to back up in reverse, the propeller itself doesn't spin like you have in your full outboards or your inboard outboards. The propeller just stays straight, and your rudder turns. And so it makes kind of backing up a little bit more difficult. It also makes going to like a beach a little bit more difficult because you can't pick the motor up and really beach it. So you kind of have to park a little bit out, anchor it, and then sort of swim in, which can kind of be difficult if you're going with some younger kids or dogs maybe that don't swim. That part is a little difficult about it. But once you sort of learn how to drive it, it's really a lot of fun. It's really a great boat to have out. Still get a lot of compliments on it wherever I go. And so my hope, although there's not a whole lot to look at right now, my hope is that next summer when I get it out on the water, I'll get a chance to do a couple of videos about it, really kind of give you guys an in-depth setup of the inside. I will say, if you're looking for a boat, I would really strongly recommend Correct Craft and Ski Nautiques. They sound fantastic. They're great for water skiing and tubing. They can be pretty expensive brand new, but used, they're a good example is probably 12 to 15,000. And I think that's a pretty good value for what you get. This boat's been fantastic for us. It's been well maintained. My dad kept great shape of it when it was his. And so, for me, I really think that for what you're paying, you can seat a good number of people. You can do a lot of good water sports activities. It sounds good. It looks great on the water. And it's kind of a classic. Again, they've been making boats for 50, 60 plus years at least. And I mean, this is an 88, and I get compliments on it wherever I go. A lot of people love to look at it and hear it. And I think that's true for boats that are older than it as well as newer than it. So if you're in the market for a boat, I'd strongly recommend this line. We picked it up from Adirondack Marine Service in Lake George, New York. And those guys, they've got a great showroom, also fantastic service department. If you're looking to get your ski boat, especially Ski Nautique, Correct Craft worked on, those are the guys to go to. Usually when I have any in-depth mechanical service, I always bring it up there. It's kind of a drive from my house, but in my opinion, it's worth it because they really know what they're doing. They specialize in the boat, and sometimes it's worth paying a little bit more per hour to really know that the work is being done correctly. So didn't want to do a long video today, just figured I would show you real quick. She's all buttoned up for the winter, and so, you know, it's November now, we're in beautiful Vermont. She's going to sit up here for the winter, but then next summer, my son will be a little bit older. We'll get him a life jacket. You know, we'll take him out onto the water, and so hopefully you'll be seeing a little bit more of this next year. And hopefully by that point, the pandemic will be, you know, a little bit better, and we'll have a little bit more fun with it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below, and have a great winter.